Now and then we had a hope that if we lived and were good, God would permit us to be pirates. Patriotism is supporting your country all the time and your government when it deserves it. Patriotism is supporting your country all the time and your government when it deserves it. Let us be thankful for the fools. But for them the rest of us could not succeed. A successful book is not made of what is in it, but what is left out of it. Never argue with an idiot. They will drag you down to their level and beat you with experience. I thoroughly disapprove of duels. If a man should challenge me, I would take him kindly and forgivingly by the hand and lead him to a quiet place and kill him. Under certain circumstances, profanity provides a relief denied even to prayer. Life does not consist mainly, or even largely, of facts or happenings. It consists mainly of the storm of thoughts that is forever flowing through one's head. When I was younger, I could remember anything, whether it had happened or not, but my faculties are decaying now and soon I shall be so I cannot remember any but the things that never happened. It is sad to go to pieces like this, but we all have to do it. The fact that man knows right from wrong proves his intellectual superiority to the other creatures, but the fact that he can do wrong proves his moral inferiority to any creatures that cannot. That is just the way with some people. They get down on a thing when they don't know nothing about it. Persons attempting to find a motive in this narrative will be prosecuted, persons attempting to find a moral in it will be banished, persons attempting to find a plot in it will be shot. Training is everything. The peach was once a bitter almond, cauliflower is nothing but cabbage with a college education. The government is merely a servant. Merely a temporary servant. It cannot be its prerogative to determine what is right and what is wrong, and decide who is a patriot and who isn't. Its function is to obey orders, not originate them. Too much of anything is bad, but too much good whiskey is barely enough. Religion was invented when the first con man met the first fool. Often it does seem such a pity that Noah and his party did not miss the boat. Unconsciously we all have a standard by which we measure other men, and if we examine closely we find that this standard is a very simple one, and is this: we admire them, we envy them, for great qualities we ourselves lack. Hero worship consists in just that. Our heroes are men who do things which we recognize, with regret, and sometimes with a secret shame, that we cannot do. We find not much in ourselves to admire, we are always privately wanting to be like somebody else. If everybody was satisfied with himself, there would be no heroes. The government is merely a servant, merely a temporary servant. It cannot be its prerogative to determine what is right and what is wrong, and decide who is a patriot and who isn't. Its function is to obey orders, not originate them. Ignorant people think it is the noise which fighting cats make that is so aggravating, but it ain't so. It is the sickening grammar that they use. The man who is a pessimist before 48 knows too much. If he is an optimist after it, he knows too little. He who asks is a fool for 5 minutes, but he who does not ask remains a fool forever. When I am king they shall not have bread and shelter only, but also teachings out of books, for a full belly is little worth where the mind is starved. The secret of getting ahead is getting started. The secret of getting started is breaking your complex overwhelming tasks into small manageable tasks, and starting on the first one. Good judgment is the result of experience and experience the result of bad judgment. It is by the goodness of God that in our country we have those three unspeakably precious things: freedom of speech, freedom of conscience, and the prudence never to practice either of them. Age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. If you want to get best quotes with good motivation video, then like and subscribe this channel. Thanks.